Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Celente, and woo, Trends Journal's coming out real soon. Another home run. Another home run. You know, here, this is the front page of the Wall Street Journal. I pay $5 a day for this. $5 a day. For International Cat Day, the eyes have it. Look at this. What the fuck do I care? What the fuck do I care? This isn't business news. This is bullshit. Yeah. And you know why? Because they're firing all the journalists. They're gone. They're gone. All they are shit shovelers. Shit shovelers. And don't forget, be a good American. Swallow the shit. Swallow the shit. You know, I'm thinking about it. You know, this is very important. Remember what I'm saying, because I forget this from time to time. Prior to the COVID war, in Italy, in places like America, there were big anti-vax movements going on. That's right. There were going to be votes on it. The people didn't want their infants to get injected with all of these pharmaceutical vaccinations. Now, you can say their science proves that they're effective. Fine. But you could also say other people believe that there's other science that says they're not effective. Why? How dare you? How fucking dare you? How dare you disobey the drug dealers? How dare you don't swallow the shit from the little fucking pricks? And I can't say the other word, who tell you to get the jab no matter what. That is America. That is the America that goes over all around the world and fucking steals trillions of our dollars to kill millions of people to bring freedom and democracy, and you don't have it here? Look at the shitheads in control. So, we're giving you what no one else is giving you. What I just told you about the COVID war and all of the anti-vax movements that were going on, people have no idea of this. And now, take a look at your Trends Journal cover. Yep. COVID alert. Prostitutes selling more fear and hysteria. You got it. COVID's coming. COVID's coming. Get them jabs. Get them jabs. And again, we have a detailed article in here about what's going on in the COVID war. And it quotes the New York Times that says that the cases went up because epidemiologists say a heat wave and more people staying inside. Huh, isn't that great? The heat wave of more people staying inside? You mean 97% of America was locked down in April of 2020 when they wouldn't allow you to go outside? And now you're saying the virus, because people locked in their houses, increases while you had all these lockdowns? Anyway, that's just one of the articles. But I want to get on to the economy, because this is big. And your economic update is very important, extremely important. You're seeing now what's going on. This is the headline from Yahoo in their financial section. But this isn't in the financials. This isn't on the major pages of any place other than, you know, the business magazine and business papers or whatever. Yahoo Finance. Moody's reminds investors that regional banks aren't out of woods yet. Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you talking to? Moody's reminds investors? Hey, Gatson, did you ever read the fucking Trends Journal? No shit. When they were spewing out the fucking horse shit after the Silicon Conman Valley Bank busted, when First Republic went goodbye, when they were all going out, we said, no, this is just the beginning. Oh, no, Celente, Jamie Dimon, you know, the JP Morgan Chase gang, convicted of 5 felonies. They said it's passing now. Everything is fine. Oh, everybody, the Fedsters, it's okay. It's fine. Get this in your head, everybody. Listen really tight to what I'm saying. It's summertime. This is August 8th. People don't have a fucking clue of this downgrade. Summertime and the living is easy. You spread your wings and you make for the sky. Yep. In a total summer state of mind. They go on to say the banking industry got another reminder. Who the fuck you talking to? That the problems that roiled the financial world in the spring are not yet past. Regional bank stocks fell Tuesday after Moody's Investors Service downgraded 10 mid-sized institutions by a single notch. Moody's also warned about a review of 6 other banks or possible downgrades, including U.S. Bancorp, State Street, Bank of New York Mellon, Citizens Financial, on and on. M&T got downgraded too. National Bancorp. All right? We warned you that this is going to happen. For how long? It's not only the office building bust. It's the multi-apartment complex bust. It's the commercial real estate bust in the retail sector, particularly in malls. This thing is going to go down. Yeah, gold prices are down because the dollar's still strong, but that's coming to an end as well. So anyway, you got in your economic update section, downgrade a warning signal of looming debt crisis, Congress paralyzed to act, junk-rated companies keep selling bonds, but on tougher terms. I mean, it tells you what's going on over here. USA adds fewer jobs in July than predicted. What does that mean about interest rates? And then the Fitch downgrades last week, death of the dollar. Oh, and Americans. Oh, yeah, the plantation workers of America were over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You know, when I was a kid, I used to use the mafia. Hey, the mafia and the Jewish gangsters. You know, they're charging 10% interest rates when you borrow money from them. Oh, yeah? What are the banks charging now? Up to 22%? What do they normally charge? About 17, 18%. Hey, they're the banksters. You guys, you wops, you mafia, just a bunch of guineas. We could fuck the people any way we want. We're too big to fail. You're just a piece of shit. And for all the shitheads that can't see or hear, you'll hate the Trends Journal. Again, share buybacks are out. Corporate reinvestments are in. Remote workers damage U.S. productivity. Again, more on inflation. Global trends on the economic front. About oil prices. We have a new category, going out of business trends, all the businesses that are going out of business. And what's going on with inflation regarding food prices? Will there be a recession in Europe? On and on, on and on and on and on. And of course, the Ukraine war update. And talking about the Ukraine war update, this fat pig, this arrogant piece of scum shit, a fucking loser with a bad attitude, Chris Christie, running for president of the United States. That's the cat. Blimpitis, man. This fuck, this is the story from the Toilet Paper Record on April 5th. Excuse me, on August 5th. Christie meets with Zelensky in Kyiv, signaling his support ahead for 2024. Mr. Christie, in his second 2024 geopolitical visit to Zelensky, said that he praised Zelensky for demonstrating, quote, the resolve it takes to survive a war and ultimately win it. Ultimately win it is fucking losing. And could you go resolve a war like that? Anybody that supports the war in Ukraine, go over there and fight, fat boy. And McConnell and Pelosi and Feinstein and all you scumbag so-called progressive liberal Democrats who voted to send more weapons of death. Go over there and fight. Send your kids, send your partners, send your transgenders, send your money, or go over there or shut your fucking mouth. Speaking of which, I had the honor and privilege to speak Sunday at the Humanity for Peace rally in New York City, outside of the, right near the UN, United Nothings. United
What God
Nitwits.
you talking about?
It was a great mix of people.
Seventh-day Adventists here. You're waiting
but
for
I must
the
say,
eighth day?
sadly,
Hey, where are all you Quakers
not that
who
many
died in
turned
an
out.
earthquake? Where are all
People
the
don't give a
religions?
shit about
How come
peace.
you're not here?
This was highly
speaking
publicized.
out for the God that you say
Great
you love
speakers.
and
My
adore,
Scott Ritter was there.
to bring
don't
peace
get
on
better
earth,
than that,
goodwill
Ken.
to all. Where are you?
By the way, you should go to Scott Ritter's channel and see the job he
It's
did
a
on
disgrace.
Zelensky, about the real Zelensky.
Hiroshima,
So
huh?
if people don't do anything for peace,
Yep.
we're going to die in war. When all else fails, they take you to war. I just read to you the slob fat bastard saying, Christie, quote, there are hundreds of millions of people in our country who support you. How about the hundreds of millions that don't? And you want to support them, go over there and fight or shut your fat fucking mouth. Shut your fat fucking mouth. All of you. Yep. Mr. Christie also criticized the Biden administration for not doing more to support the Ukrainian war effort. In particular, his delays in supplying F-16s. Quote, I would have been sending them months ago, Mr. Christie said. I would have been sending them? Could you imagine a stupid fucking piece of shit like him telling you what to do? And it's across the spectrum. Fucking little Chucky Schumer. Bullshit Bernie Sanders. This little fucking slob prick who couldn't fight shit, Lindsey Graham. So going back to your Trends Journal, we're giving you what nobody else is giving you. Again, what's going on in China, more bad data coming out. In China, the one that brought us the COVID war. So they wounded themselves. They shot the bullet in their head when they started the COVID war. The damage that they've done to their economy and the global economy is unprecedented. And all you stupid fucking freaks that used to say, it'll come back, it's not coming back. Ukraine war trend updates, geopolitical trend updates, guest articles by Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, Joseph McCullough, John and Nisha Whitehead, articles on the presidential reality show, and trends in technocracy that you won't get anywhere else by Joe Duran, the technocracy man, knows all about it, trends in cryptos, and our special section, trends in EI and trends in high-tech science by Ben Davis. Look what we're giving you. Look what we're giving you. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com if you want to read history before it happens. Remember, we're the ones that also told you about what was going to go on with the Ukraine war. Before it began, I said, Russia's going to win this thing. You know, it's not whether you, I'm totally against Russia's invasion. Totally understand why it happened. Again, wrote about it in detail in your Trends Journal back in 2014. An article, by the way, by Dr. Paul Craig Roberts about the United States overthrow. So we understand it. So we're not for Russia, but we understand they're not going to lose. And again, if Napoleon couldn't take them out, Hitler killed over 25 million of them. Operation Barbarossa, they were the first to defeat the Germans. What makes you think the Ukrainians are going to win? So all the bullshit coming from the media was that they counteroffensive. So look at your counteroffensive cover a few weeks ago, and we made it clear that it was not going to happen. The counteroffensive, don't count on it. So now this is in yesterday's Wall Street Journal. Ukraine's bid to retake Bakhmut falters. Frontline soldiers describe a stalling counteroffensive against Russian forces. Let's go back to the facts. The fact is that the Wall Street Journal, one after another, kept quoting Zelensky and everybody that they wanted, that the counteroffensive was going to drive the Russians out. One after another kept promoting it. And they were wrong. Today, in the Cartoon News Network front page, Western allies receive increasingly sobering updates on Ukraine's counteroffensive. Quote, this is the most difficult time of the war. Weeks into Ukraine's highly anticipated counteroffensive. Highly anticipated. Highly promoted by you little bastards with no fucking balls. You little fucking warmongering whores. Yeah. You're the ones. All bullshit. All bullshit. And then you write this crap. Western officials describe Western officials, official pieces of shit. Official pieces of shit that the masses believe, whether it's about getting the jab, fighting the COVID war, you believe the crap spewing out of the mouths of morons. All of you people, we're not talking to you because you hate me. You know why? Because you're a coward and you won't fight for freedom. And you're too fucking stupid and ballless to think for yourself. And you hate the truth and trends. So therefore, you hate the Trends Journal because we give you history before it happens. And again, watch out what's going on in this banking sector. We got it in detail in your Trends Journal. And what you trend opportunities, the entrepreneur opportunities ahead. And don't forget tomorrow. That's right, 6 p.m. Eastern time. A man, who I really, really adore, as a real fighter for truth, freedom, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judging Freedom will be on with him at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So in the meantime, remember, go back. Please watch that rally and do what you can to support Occupy Peace or any other peace movement that you want. Because if you don't, we're going to die in war. Again, Christie could be your president. Yeah, Christie. Look at this guy. Make a fucking uniform big enough for him. Boy, the company that makes what the one for him will make a lot of fucking dough with all that fabric that they got to use and how many people they need to sew it together. This is Gerald Celente. That's your new Trends Journal. See you tomorrow.
The Trends Journal, the best investment you could make, because it's the best investment into your mind, and it can change how you look at the world.
His work is actually a gold mine. Anybody interested in politics, political trends, economic trends, social trends, cultural trends. You have to follow him, Gerald Celente.
The Trends Journal is one of the greatest sources of information, and it really is. You're predicting these things well ahead of time. I would encourage everyone to go grab the latest copy.
Been a Trends Journal subscriber for 20 years. I just have to commend you. What you guys have put together in your latest Trends Journal, there's nothing like this out there.
Sir, everything that you predicted about the economy, you were absolutely right. So I have followed you all this time. So please take a look at the Trends Journal.
You correctly forecast that the Fed would hike rates quite aggressively, correctly said that initially gold and silver would drop as the Fed starts to raise rate to 1.5% and above. When we spoke last, Bitcoin was around 49,000. You said you expect to drop, and if it drops below 30, 35, then it could really drop.
Trends Journal, which I would encourage people to go and check out. It's actually a 200-page document, pure data-driven analysis.
Gerald Celente, the top trends forecaster in the world. Gerald, you had an interesting call back in September of last year. You said gold had bottomed, which is exactly what happened. And here we are, and we're above $1,900.
Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happened at trendsjournal.com.